Hello. I'd like to raise an important insight that Popper made on the nature of theories, or his theory of theories. Theories for Popper were geometric like, they had geometric qualities about them, uh, like the way an object in geometry, a shape, would have qualities: a square, a triangle, a circle. Theories too have shape-like qualities. They are net-like or web-like, container-like. And this understanding theories in this way helps with our ability to test them. If we understand a theory as a container-like object that we can put things in, this can determine the kind of way we theorize and influence our practical attempts at theorization, and hopefully make us better theoreticians or theorizers, and ultimately better testers and better researchers. One insight that Popper draws from this view is that if theories are net-like, then it means they have different content, or capable of capturing different content. So the empirical content or the descriptive content can be small or can be large, and we can increase and decrease empirical or descriptive content depending on how we frame a theory. So the goal for Popper was really to increase the empirical content of our theories, to make them more descriptive, more detailed. Because by making a theory more descriptive and more detailed, it can describe the world better. It becomes a larger or better net for capturing reality. That and along with this, it also has what may initially seem like a weakness, but also a strength, in that it provides more opportunities for being thrown out. As the net gets larger, the holes in the net also get larger. More room for error in a theory creeps in, which for Popper is a good thing, because it means it provides us with more opportunities for testing. A theory with a relatively large empirical content or descriptive content also has more flaws introduced into it. So the stakes are high. This is what we want to do with theories. We want to have our theories to be as descriptive as possible, to have as much empirical content as possible, so they can describe the world as best as possible. But this also leaves them open to vulnerabilities to be thrown out. But for Popper, this is the way knowledge grows. Alternatively, we can reduce the theoretical content of a theory, reduce the empirical content of a theory, or reduce the descriptive content of a theory. Shrink the size of the net to contain one simple idea or another. The problem is, when we do this, it becomes very hard to test theories and throw them out. They often become pseudoscientific or metaphysical in this sense, because there's not enough description of reality in there for us to design a test to be able to determine whether we can throw a theory out or not. And ultimately, if you shrink the net to such an extent that it doesn't include any empirical content, it becomes purely a metaphysical theory. These are theories such as, does God exist? Well, you can't. How can you test that? Basic theories like, here is a cup of coffee. Well, is this a cup of coffee? Well, the empirical content isn't really saying much beyond what is here in front of me. So Well, yes, I can determine by experimenting in the form of looking that it is a cup of coffee. Very well, I've corroborated that, I've verified that, but it hasn't really left me with any new or interesting knowledge. And the goal of science is to create new knowledge, interesting knowledge. So we want to create a larger net, a more complex net, more complex theory, and that would enable us to explore more complex elements of reality rather than really simple common sense facts or basically cover all theories about the nature of the soul or something that's really perhaps best left for literature or for the arts or music or some other domain. So I think in terms of Popper's insights on theorizing, the attention to his view on the empirical or descriptive content and its relation to our ability to test a theory is an important insight we can draw from that. We want to have our theories as descriptive as possible, which leaves them open and exposed to in more potential opportunities for falsification or for throwing the theory out. But if they survive our testing, they can also tell us a lot more about the world than theories with low empirical content or low descriptive content. Not that theories with low empirical content or low descriptive content are unimportant. Theories with low descriptive content or even no empirical descriptive content, such as theories about life, the soul, God, these are extremely important questions in many respects, but they are not the questions for empirical scientific research to deal with. And that's an insight that we can take from Popper's thought. Thank you for that.